as a professional fighter to finally reach the top?
Tienes 36 años, 16 años en el boxeo profesional. ¿Cómo sientes esta oportunidad? ¿Si seguirías siguiendo o qué pasaría?
Pues hay momentos que hay boxeadores que le toman a temprana edad ser campeón del mundo. Entiendo que a mis 37 años estoy preparado para ser campeón del mundo. Realmente mi mente está clara, yo estoy claro, soy un hombre familiar, sé lo que queremos. Y nada, todo. Herring es un profesional, yo soy un profesional. Realmente vamos a hacer todo en el ring para lograr ser campeón del mundo, pero a 37 años siento que estoy en la edad.
Nah, this is going to be a straight boxing stream. So we got an hour, maybe a little bit more. We're going to just talk about the fights of the week, the fights I'm going to be covering this week, and then we're going to sprinkle in, you know, the fights of the month and basically the fights of the fall. You know, like Lomachenko, what's going on with Canelo. You know, so had a nice, you know, serene week. I'm happy to be back. So this is from earlier. This is the Jamel Herring versus Jonathan Oquendo fight. This is the third time around, right? The winner of this, especially if it's Herring, is supposed to go on to fight Carl Frampton. So we're gonna recap this. So basically, I haven't seen it myself, so I'm gonna watch it here with you. Also, we have the Yordenis Ugas versus Abel Ramos media call. And what else? I'm still waiting on Showtime, Steve Pratt, to see if they release the Jamel Charlo versus Jason Rosario Zoom call. I couldn't make it. I was asleep. You know, I had like a weird little I ain't been sleeping. You know, well, I'm sleeping now, but the last couple of weeks, you know, they've been messing me up. So anyway, let's start here. It's only about, we're going to go to like the end right here. It's not that long. So we're going to start here. Let's watch it together. You know, on T Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Let's see. Let's get us some 720p. There we go.
Oh, no, not at all. Because, like I said, even though I am an Olympian, I did
lock this motherfucker up.
At the very bottom of the pro rank.
Yo, he been getting these. Yo, listen. We need to pray and hope this brother make it to fight night because he's been having a hard time. Like, they need to make sure he is locked away until fight night. Shit.
Things where there's pretty much just maybe your family members in your team. And to be honest with you, it's easier for me because all I need is Bomac's voice in the corner, you know, right, Red Spikes and Isau, and I'm fine with that because
we'll hear it.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll probably be the highlight of the show, to be honest with you. But no, man, because any fighter can tell you once they're in there, they get tunnel vision anyway. So like I said, my job is just to focus on what's in front of me. I can't really, really worry about what's going on the outside because, like I said, it's just a great opportunity for fighters in general to even be back in the ring, period. You know, so despite having a crowd, we're still fortunate to do what we love and do for a living. So that's all that matters to me.
You're pretty active on social media. I follow you.
At Jamel Herring, Twitter,
there
Instagram.
It is. Is it difficult for you to not look past this fight because we?
All right, so let's start right here. So this is this card that's going to be on the 5th. When is the 5th? Is that Friday? Or that's Saturday? That's Saturday. What is today? Today's Thursday. That's Saturday. So I'm going to be here for this card. Saturday, Herring versus Oquendo. Steve Nelson versus DeAndre Ware. I'm covering those two fights. I may cover one more on here. It depends. This is the only card that night. And then on Sunday, Yordenis Ugas versus Abel Ramos and Francis Barthélemy. Ew! Versus Alberto Puyo. Ew. Fucking Francis Barthélemy fight. Well, you know, that's, the job ain't easy. I got to cover these. So these are the fights of the weekend. Like, the September is kind of dry all the way up until the Charlos fight. You got Kavalauskas who returns next week. Miguel Mariaga. This is the fight I'm really looking forward to. Remember Joel Gonzalez when he fought Shakur Stevenson? Shakur Stevenson is dealing with his sister. I was going to say smashing, but it's kind of what's happening. We don't got to sugarcoat that shit here. So, it was a whole family affair and shit. And Ducancio returns also. This is a nice little solid little card. Be honest with you, I like this card better than the one this Saturday, to be honest with you. You know, what else? Anthony Yard returns. This is next week. Let's just stay with this week. So, yeah, man, we got some fights, man. You know, some fights coming up that, I mean, for those who know me, you know I'm a degenerate, and I love me some, C plus, fucking D plus fucking fights. I'll cover them shits. No problem at all. So, it's a pretty mild week, so I guess we should talk about other shit, right? Like other fights. I mean, no disrespect to Herring and Oquendo.
Online, we know the chatter on social about what's next. Carl Frampton waiting for that possible big fight. Is it difficult for you to just stay focused on what's at hand?
No, not at all. Because if you really look at it, due to all the postponements, this man's been in front of me for some time now, for months. So that's that's all I really could focus on, which is this fight. Getting to even right now on this stage with you guys. Everything was a process. So I'm not worried about what's going on in the future because, like I said, we've seen we like you mentioned now with this series, we've seen many upsets because fighters tend to maybe not train their best or they look ahead of things and that's one thing even with Bud and Steven, like we always focus on the now. We don't really focus on what's afterwards because everything is a process. Everything takes time, so you have to get through one step to the other. You can't just leap over anything in life, at least. So no, I mean for the most part, I'm just as you can see in my voice, I'm just excited just to be back. And so I'm not really worried about who's next. We all know we all know what's lined up. Top Rank has done a great job, guiding my career. But in order for me to get to that next step, I got to take care of business this weekend.
Jonathan, I want to turn to you again. A couple more here. Similar question to what I asked the champ. Do you have any concerns about walking into the bubble on Saturday night with no fans?
Jonathan, una pregunta. Regreso.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not over the moon about this fight. I get why. These fights have just been, it's been a contract in place, so it is what it is, right? I'm not going to bitch and complain about fights that I know I got to cover, but it is my right, though. I did watch the Iris-Lindy Lara Vendetti fight. I fell asleep, and I was about to do a video, and I just was like, I can't do it, man. And I haven't missed a Lara fight since Lara versus Hurd, but I was in a coma, so that don't count. I was in a coma, so that don't really count. Yeah, man, so I felt kind of bad not covering that fight. Or not having a video out because I've had a video out for every Lara fight. I covered Lara versus Jan Zavek. It was a rainy ES. In fact, did you know? Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that Iris-Lindy Lara holds an interesting record? Iris-Lindy Lara was the last fighter to fight on PBC on Spike against fucking Casides with his bum ass knee. No disrespect. Or was it Conceites? Who did he fight? It wasn't Conceites, right? Who did he fight? Yuri motherfucking Foreman. Yuri Foreman. On PBC on Spike. He was the very last episode. And don't you know, Iris-Lindy Lara versus Jan Zavek was also the very last episode of PBC on ESPN. He be shutting shit down. I was there when Iris-Lindy Lara fought. Who did he fight? Was it Terrell Goucher? And people just was leaving. Like in the Barclays Center. And us media back there, I'm not going to say no name. We was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit, man? Like top tier media was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit out there, man? We want to go home. These stunk up. Iris-Lindy Lara stuck it up so bad. So with this Vendetti fight, I'm watching that shit and I'm like, yo, he really going 12 rounds with this motherfucker. He really go. I went to sleep. Hell yeah, I went to sleep. I was ready to. I fell asleep in my Fight View 360 hoodie. That's how bad it was. Like, I fell asleep in my Fight View 360 hoodie. Like, on the motherfucking futon and shit. Like, and I got up like, man, I ain't doing that motherfucking video. I'm going back to bed. Shit. Because I would have been mad. Y'all know me. If I do my videos cranky or without my nap, then, oh, yeah, I'm, ask Teofimo Lopez. Shit, I'm going to get you good if I don't get my nap. So it was best for Iris-Lindy Lara I didn't cover that fight, So yeah, this weekend is, you know, is mild. It's mild. It's a mild weekend of boxing. It's mild. You know, it's mild. Mild ain't the word. You got Herring versus Oquendo, Steve Nelson, DeAndre Ware, you know, prospect, lump of comers, and, you know, then you got your Dennis Ugas versus Abel Ramos. Wasn't your Dennis Ugas last fight a stinker? I covered it. I know I covered it. It was like on FS1, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't this shit a stinker? But I know, you know what fight I'm scared of? Let me show y'all real quick. You know what fight I'm scared of? I am scared to death of fucking Rancis Barthélemy. I'm going to be here covering this shit. And something tells me this shit is going to stink so bad. Something telling me this fight is going to be so motherfucking, you know, something telling me, man, this guy's got a bad rep, bro. Look at that hair. This hair don't mean that he's going out there to take care of business. And I'm going to be, he 34 years old. Yo, I'm going to be covering this shit, man. You know, I covered this. I was pretty pissed. Ew, I'm going to be, ew, man. Ew. But I got to do it for you, the people. I'm going to do it for you, the people. Well, this fight got canceled. Ooh, this fight got canceled? Did it get canceled? What got canceled? This fight got canceled? The Barthélemy fight got canceled? I was asleep. I fell asleep. Yo, I had I've been having issues sleeping, man. My insomnia was coming back. These family court shit, man. The motherfuckers been messing with my psyche. You know? Ew. Be honest. Did this fight get canceled? Rancis Barthélemy, he's still on the clock. Let me Google him. Ew. I'm gonna be here though. I'm gonna cover it. Nope, it's still on. Man. It's still on. It's still on. So yeah, this weekend's mild. This weekend is mild. You know, but what else we gonna talk about? Yeah, I missed the I fell asleep during the Charlo versus Rosario media Zoom. I was asleep, man. Like, I've been having some issues sleeping. Is that a crime? Shit. So I'm kind of upset. So I emailed Showtime to see if they can send me like the actual raw file, because for some reason, let's go look real quick. Showtime Sports, and I understand there's been layoffs and all kind of stuff like that, but Showtime Sports is not uploading like the Charlo stuff. Like, what the fuck is going on over there, man? You know? Like, why aren't those Zoom calls up? So basically, if you wasn't on the Zoom call, then you don't have it. You see what I'm saying? You don't have it. It's not on the page. Not one of them. So you had 2 Charlo Zoom calls, you know? And not one of them is up. So they got to get on the ball. Also, I checked the Showtime schedule. There's no all access as it stands right now. And I understand why they can't do it. Let's not be motherfucking. We grown, all right? We know that to get them cameramen, all that stuff costs money. You got to have everybody tested. And then you don't want no motherfucking cameraman or no techie, you know, a wire guy going out getting COVID, violating the rules, and then giving it to a fighter. I get all that, but I just wish there was a way around it, you know? How is the Charlo pay-per-view going to work? It's one pay-per-view, one price. We don't know what the price is. Likely going to be, you know what? I can check the motherfucking price right now. Let me check the price right now. Let me see if my DVR or my cable guy go all the way up to the September 26th. Let's go check the price. And we can check the Showtime website too. Nope, it only go up to the 17th. Next weekend, we're going to know the price though. Let's go check. Where is it at? Showtime pay-per-view. Let's go Showtime pay-per-view. I forgot how do you buy through Showtime anytime? I'm trying to figure out how do you buy your Showtime pay-per-view online. Coming soon. Let's see how much that shit is. Let's go do some. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like $74.99. Some shit like that. Yo, September the 26th is going to be rough. Yo, fucking UFC is going to spank the shit out of boxing on September the 26th. And on, what is it? When is Tank pay-per-view? Like, they putting on the 2 biggest pay-per-views of the year so far on those dates, bro. Like, shit is gonna be crazy. I have a dilemma because it's like UFC brings so much revenue and subscribers to the channel so much more than boxing, but it's like, which one do you cover first? UFC, it's like, yo, you gotta cover that first. Like, you gotta turn that corner, man. You know, like, say for example, right? I did some dumb shit last week that wasn't my fault, or 2 weeks ago, where I covered one fight where I should have been covering the other one. So if I covered one, the views would have been crazy, but I ended up covering a bullshit fight. And it's just like, yo, I'm running a business, man. I got to be better than that. Hold up. Showtime. I used to like this keyboard when I first got it. I don't like it no more. Showtime pay-per-view. Here we go. Let's see if they put it up there. Where's the pay-per-views? Let's see what this shit is. Let's go full screen. Let's go do some exploring. Let's see, what's this shit, huh? Let's see. Let's click that. Click that. Okay. We got a timer. Okay, how much is this shit? I want to buy it. Let me buy it. Huh? You're not going to let me buy it? Big Time Boxing Back upcoming schedule. What's this? Let's click that. I got to be careful with Showtime shit, though, man. You got these cowboys over there at CBS that, like, copyrighting my shit. Illegally, by the way. Like, they really be policing it. So we can't see what the schedule is or how much it cost. You know, in case we want to buy it, add the calendar. Let's see if we can. What's that do? How much is that? How much is it? Sorry, guys. I let you down. I let you down. Maybe if I put buy Showtime pay-per-view. Let's see. No. What the hell is this? Why is this on the zone? It says the zone, Showtime boxing schedule. What's this? Is this AK and Barack? Did I tell you guys about the time me and fucking Barack almost got into a fight? A whole fist fight? In Philly? Crazy ass shit, man. Crazy ass shit. Cool dude though. We all hashed it out at the end, you know. Cool dude. But yeah, anyway, what's going on? Some fights are supposed to be getting announced in the next couple of weeks. You know, like, of course, Loma versus Teofimo. Yes, the fight is pay-per-view. Motherfucker. How you going to ask me that? It's pay-per-view. It's been announced as pay-per-view. Who do you think is going to be win between Willie versus Covington? You know, let me tell you something. That Covington, man. Well, and then also, it's like, how do you react after you got your jaw broke? Like, fighters, no matter what sport you in, fight different. You know? But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Loma versus Teofimo should be announced any day now. We don't know what Pacquiao's doing because, remember, a lot of these high-profile fighters are waiting for a crowd. Yo, we're not going to have no crowd in God knows how long. Like, America is on some shit right now. And then if Trump wins the election again, which he probably will, you know, like, America is going to be, like, on fire, yo. For real, for real, for real. Like, so a crowd coming back? Shit. In the States? Shit. You know, motherfucker, like, how they gonna police it? Like, bro, that shit is gonna be dead for a while. So unless they go overseas or something, that shit is done. You know? That shit is done. Mayweather, I don't want to talk about no more. You asked me about Mayweather. What the fuck? Ew. You make me want to... You're a mod around here, too. Why would you ask me about a Mayweather, bro? Of all the shit to talk about, you asked me about motherfucking Floyd. What is wrong with you? Nobody want to talk about no motherfucking Floyd. Bro, like, I got a bad taste in my mouth now. I feel like I gotta take a shit. Ask me about some motherfucking Floyd election with COVID. UFC is gonna spank boxing. Yo, that Charlo pay-per-view, I'm afraid on, like, cause think about it like this, right? A lot of people don't have cable no more. People are using apps. And then now with COVID, people are sharing, like, yo, people are not talking about, like, a lot of ratings are down because people don't have cable. If they had a reason to give up on cable, COVID was the time. People don't have, we're in an eviction crisis. We're in an eviction crisis and an unemployment crisis. And they're trying to put out pay-per-views every month. But at the same time, the fighters, they command that money. They have to be put on pay-per-view. It's like sell yourself. Because ain't no network going to give you the money that you was, boxing. These boxers are in for a rude-ass motherfucking awakening. And it's been about time. And, of course, the sanctioning bodies want boxing back rolling as soon as possible because that's how they get paid off of having motherfuckers fight. Boxing is on some weird shit, man. I got Loma. I'm not falling for the Teofimo hype. He got to prove something to me. Hell yeah, legal streaming is booming because people are becoming more resourceful. They're like, oh, how can I get this free? How can I get that free? Like, what? Pay-per-view is fucking done. Like, like that shit, I don't know what the fuck they think is going on because you know why? Motherfuckers not fighting each other. Like, if now they need to stop bullshitting around and fight each other. Like, all that shit, but see, you got to think boxers are athletes and athletes are not that smart, They're known notoriously throughout history of not always being the smartest bunch. Maybe you have a few here and there, like, take care of business. But for the most part, these motherfuckers, I ain't fighting without the motherfucking crowd. I want the same motherfucking money. Like, these motherfuckers ain't, nah, bro. These motherfuckers ain't right, bro. So I'm really interested to see these numbers for this pay-per-view. And more importantly, the free TV. Well, I don't like it. Let me stop that shit because Dana White got me on that bullshit. ESPN is not motherfucking free TV. You got to have cable to get ESPN. I'm not trying to hear it. So I'm interested to see those ESPN numbers nonetheless for Loma versus Teofimo. So, for example, I was looking up Loma versus Rigo numbers. And Loma versus Rigo numbers was like 1.7 or something like that. People thinking Teofimo going to do like 2 million. It's like, yo, I'm thinking like some 1.3 type shit. 1.5, 2 type peak shit. You know what I'm saying? Loma versus, let me see. Loma versus, I'm tripping. Let's put Teofimo. Loma versus Rigo ratings, according to all the major sources on the internet and in the boxing world, an average of 1.7. And that was a huge fight, like a dream match, even though Rigo was on some bullshit. So I can't see, it's hard for me to see, Loma versus Teofimo doing that well. I think it'll crack a mill. But remember, like, a lot of these fights are like for hardcore fans and not like they don't do enough to bring casual fans in, And don't get me started on the Zone. The Zone is a whole stream within itself. Them motherfuckers over there, motherfuckers. I used to fucking work for them. Like, I used to beta test and shit. Like, whatever you call that. It's not work, but still, like, I used to get, like, free shit. All right. But I never fucking shilled. I never shilled. T-Street never shilled. I used to do like little testing and shit. Like, and like fucking like, yo, motherfuckers better get the Zone. See, my promotional style, I can cuss at you. But they can't cuss at you. I can cuss at you, though. Shit. But they on my shit list now. They on my shit list. Motherfuckers got some cowboy over there. Some new guy that didn't get the memo was trying to copyright me and shit. I had to try to sue him. I'm tired of threatening to sue people and actually like, yo, like, listen, I'm tired of it. But hell yeah, people think I'm all talk until one day you get your ass sued. I already did it twice. People think I be joking. Successfully sued people. But anyway, Canelo to PBC. I'm not trying to. You know, Canelo's got some legal issues. Like, you can't just, like, get out of a contract like that. And I understand the zone is supposed to honor the contract, but it's a lot of legal shit in there. And we're in a motherfucking pandemic. Let's not forget, I like Canelo. You know, nothing but respect and nothing but love. You know, I'm half Mexican, half Irish, and half black. So, you know, like, I'm, you know, Canelo, like, Irish and Mexican, you know, and Hispanic. So, anyway, moving on. Like, yo, but he really tried to fight fucking Yildirim. He really tried that shit. Like, we can't let that slide. Come on, he really tried to fight Yildirim. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, and tried to, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah, my health is cool. I just haven't been sleeping, man. My sleep is finally getting back on track. Like, he really tried to fight Yildirim. Come on. Come on. We can't let him live that down. Like, that was some, like, bro, what is you doing? Like, you know? Yeah, I got all that in my blood. I got all that in my blood. That's why everybody always hating on me, especially feminist women advocacy groups making shit up. My great-great-great-grandfather, he was Eduardo Controversia. But I just took my name, you know, for my pop. We Be Crooks. That's old. That's from James Toney, right? Don't get me started on the WBA. They're a piece of shit. You know they got Sergio Martinez ranked now. 45-year-old Sergio. Let's go look at that crazy shit. Mother fucking WBA. You make me sick. The WBA got Sergio Martinez ranked, bros. You know I covered his fight, and I ain't gonna lie. He looked motherfucking. He looked alright. But ain't no look. Sergio Martinez is ranked, bro. Canelo can pick to fight him. Canelo can fight him as a voluntary. Ryoto Murata can fight him as a voluntary. Sergio Martinez himself said that he want like 2 more fights and he would fight Murata. He gonna get his shit pushed in, bro. What is going on? Look where he at, bro. But they said, and if it had to be anybody that was gonna rank his ass, it was gonna be the WBA. But it's like, yeah, that machine definitely saved my life. It's called ECMO. But it's like, how do you look at like, okay, I'm guessing they were thinking like, well, he is Sergio Martinez. Like, we got to rank him. But it's like, bro, like, and you know what's even crazier about the WBA? You know what's even crazier? Look at this crazy shit. Fucking Fresno Oquendo. You want to know some shit about Fresno Oquendo? You want to know some shit? You want to know some shit about Fresno Oquendo? He has a court order to always be ranked by the WBA. So basically, he's waiting for his golden ticket. Like, one day, he can get a shot at whoever the WBA champion is. Look at this. And guess when the last time this motherfucker fought? No disrespect, Big O. And Fast Freds. He probably not no fast no more. But guess when the last time he fought? You know what year it is? Do you know what year it is? He hasn't fought since 2014, and he is still ranked. And he can get a world title shot whenever he wants to. Bros. And don't get me started on Ruslan Chagayev when he lost to Lucas Brown. And then Lucas Brown failed the drug test, right? And the WBA went to Ruslan Chagayev, was like, yo, you want your belt back? And Ruslan was like, nah, I'm cool. I want that shit back. And then when you get me started on this shit with Trevor Bryan and motherfucking Char and then Robert Helenius, what the fuck is the gold champion? You know, I ruffled the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza's feathers. I was on one of the WBA 99th convention Zoom calls, and he got pissed because I asked him to define, in a very polite manner, to define what the WBA gold mean. And he was like, we going to answer that shit. We only going to talk about the shit we talk about now. We going to talk about that at the convention. And you know what? That motherfucker never talked about it at the convention. You make me sick, WBA president Gilberto Mendoza. You make me sick. Like the WBA gold title, it don't have no definition. Like, bro, like, so basically the super champion Like, what's that made of? Like, is that fucking vibranium or some shit? And the world champion is not gold because you already have a gold champion. So what's the world champion made of? Maybe that's platinum. And then it makes you wonder, well, what the fuck is your interim championship made of? Like, they make me sick, man. They got 4 belts. And then the thing is, these fighters walking around talking about something they champion. Let me tell you, I don't acknowledge the fucking world champion. And I'm not acknowledging the fucking interim champ. I'm not acknowledging that shit no more. It's a scam. And we don't know what the WBA gold is, so what the fuck? I'm not acknowledging that shit. What the fuck is that? A gold what? Why is your what? None of it makes no sense. Boxing is weird as fuck. Like, it makes me think that the WBA is cashing out. Or it makes me think like it's a scam. Like, you know, maybe contracts get renewed. Maybe when it's just all a scam, man. It's a scam. Like, yo, like, I want to get ranked. Shit. Did I tell you about the time that Shane Mosley went down to a barbecue with the WBA president, Guillermo Mendoza, down in Venezuela, some shit, and he came back where he was almost going to be Keith Thurman mandatory or some shit. It was some more weird shit like that. Like, he had went down, like, and he had, like, like, that's when he was Tupac on Twitter. Remember Shane Mosley was on that Tupac shit on Twitter? Remember that shit? For those who was on Twitter? Well, anyway, he legit, I'm not even lying. It may sound a little crazy, but he went to a barbecue down with the WBA president, came back, and he was like 1 fight or 2 fights away from fighting Keith Thurman or some shit. Real rap. Real rap. Don King's still out there. I watched this crazy documentary on Don King like 6 months ago about how he like whole gangster stumping people out and shit to death. Damn. You know? Yeah, man, Don King's a crazy ass. You know, I met Don King. He smelled like mothballs. And Brute. What is he? Remember Brute? Like, what is it? Musk. And I was just talking about Brute, man. He smelled like mothballs and like Brute. Like, he keep mothballs in that denim jacket or he hang in like a closet. Like one of them oak wood closets where you got to keep the mothballs in so the moths don't get in there and shit. So you got to keep them in the pocket. Like that shit. Don King, Trevor Bryan is Don King fighter. He's his golden ticket. You know? No, it wasn't Old Spice. It was like the old shit. Like where it's like the fucking, the bottle. You got like on your hand. That shit. He smelled like that shit. Like he just put it all on his whole face. And he had all these jewels. Yeah. Yeah, fucking, yeah, that shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? These fucking mothballs? Who that? That's you, Don? That's you. Clear all your shit all up. I'm not even joking. This was at Stavern. This was at Wilder versus Stavern 2 press conference with the Bemay Stavern that told Deontay Wilder he was going to kill him. But then he got, like, fucking limboed and shit. The green bottle, the Brute. Yeah. Definitely. All right, let me shut up. All right, let's get back on track, damn it. Let's get back on track. So what was we doing? Oh, yeah, this shit right here. Here, let's go watch this shit. Damn, Jose Ramirez. So Postol was really touching him up, huh?
Oh, short shot. Left hand from the champ. Now he's coming after him. Unified World Championship on the line, and there's another shot by Ramirez as he hits the gas pedal.
Ramirez started kind of early, faded a little bit towards the middle, picked it up on the back end. I thought that he could have did a little bit more. I think that he could have been a little bit more aggressive in this fight.
I thought Jose Ramirez had a flat performance tonight. He came out really, really sharp, like I said, the first 3 or 4 rounds.
By majority decision, and still WBC, WBO, Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Jose.
What y'all think about this fight? Now remember, I covered Josh Taylor versus Victor Postol, and Josh Taylor was taking the hell and back too. Remember that shit? Josh Taylor didn't have an easy time with Postol, and something told me it was my birthday, so I didn't cover the fight live. So something told me that that Ramirez was probably going to have a tough time, you know. But nonetheless, I think he won. Well, Jack Catterall, to be perfectly honest, he's been waiting for his mandatory shot for God knows how long. You know, but a unification should trump that mandatory, and Jack Catterall should be on the undercard. Like it's the co-feature, you know, so he can, you know, like the Josh Taylor fight. When is Josh Taylor fight happening? That's really happening again, right? It's like on. Or is it not like fully official yet? But no, they need to stop bullshitting around. They got to get these motherfuckers in the ring. They keep waiting for a crowd, yo. Like, unless they're going to go over to Australia, you know, to Townsville, you know, stadium, then no. Like, that shit ain't coming back here in the States. We got riots every day and fucking looting and shit and protesting. We ain't getting no crowd no time soon. They better get out of here with that mess and get these fighters fighting. But at the same time, fighters, you know, you can't force them to fight. You know, you can't force them. September 26th. Oh shit, that's a busy ass day. Oh shit, that's a busy ass day. You got UFC. You got the Charlos, the double card. And you got that. Wait a minute. So that must be overseas, right? The Josh Taylor fight? Let me look that up. You telling a fib? I believe you. I'm just talking some shit. Damn. So I'm coasting these next couple of weeks. You know, I'm going to cover these fights, but I'm not really probably doing no preview shit. I got a lot on my plate. I just was talking about earlier, like I'm doing too many projects. Like too many. September the 26th in the BT Sports Studio. That's a midday card for us here in the States. So it's going to be busy all day. Here it is right here. My bad. It's going to be busy here all day. What was the cards to the Postol fight? He had some issues later on, right? In the fight. He couldn't get him out of there. I don't remember. Wasn't the Victor Postol fight like the cards were wide, right? I remember that. Let's check out this guy. Apunyan Chong Song from Thailand. He going, man, you know what? I'm going with him. That's it. Josh Taylor's finished. That's it. I'm going with him. Josh Taylor's finished. That's it. I'm going with Chong Song. That's it. Put the house on it. Don't put the house on it. Put the house on it. You know? But real rap, though, I got to get out of here, though, because my dog is starting to whine, and we got to go for that walk. I am going to be here on Saturday for those fights, though, you know, and on Sunday. And then next week, let's go look at that real quick. I just wanted to do a real straight-to-the-point stream real quick. Where we at? Boxing info, boxing schedule. Yeah, put the house on Chong Song. Oh, yeah, he's really crying. Kavalaskis next week, Yards next week, and Pedraza and Lubin's the week after. So these next couple